In this video, we'll take a look at the pen tool, the highlighter tool, the color tool, and the shapes tool on the annotation toolbar. When I click on the pen tool, you see that the mouse cursor changes to this little pencil. Then I can use the pen tool to freehand draw over the image. So again, this is a live image, and I can annotate over top of it. So I might right here. So we're going to take a look at the skeleton. When you zoom in and zoom out, your annotations will zoom with the image. So I could draw on one of the bones like this, and when I zoom out, you see that it scales with it. So you can use the annotation tool along with zoom to annotate over top of live documents and objects. So here I might write mandible. And again, as I zoom out and zoom in, it scales with it. If you want to change the color of your pen, while it's selected, just click on the color palette tool and pick another color. If you want to pick a custom color, click on this button and it will pull up the custom color selection window. I'm going to switch to yellow. You see now I can write with yellow text, yellow ink. The highlighter tool is very similar, except that it will write with a transparent color. So this is very good for coloring in objects like this. You can see how I can color over it, and you can still see the main image behind it. If you want to change the color of the highlighter, same thing. Just click on the color palette tool and select a color. The shapes will be drawn with whatever writing tool has been selected. So right now, because the highlighter is selected, if I go to the shapes tool and pick a shape, it will be drawn with the highlighter. So I select the solid square and I highlight mandible. You can see that because the highlighter was selected, it draws a filled-in square over top of that area, but I can still see the original text level beneath it because I'm writing with transparent ink. If I wanted to draw shapes with the pen tool instead, I just switch to the pen tool and then select my shape. When drawing with shapes, if I hold the Shift button down, it will draw perfect shapes. So here I've selected the triangle tool. When I hold Shift down and draw a triangle, it'll draw a triangle where each side is the same length. The same will happen for circles and squares. If I hold the Shift key down, it will draw a perfect circle. If I hold the Shift key down, it will draw a perfect square. Otherwise, you can draw squares or rectangles of any length and width. But again, if I hold the Shift button down, it will force it to be a perfect square. Alright, so there's some tips or some information about how to use the pen, the highlighter, the color, and the shapes tool.